Hi, greetings everyone. My name is Nicholas Idoko, and I am the creator of Draft and Edit. Draft and Edit is a software that we have been using for a while to collaborate as a team in editing and reviewing WordPress posts. Okay, so Draft and Edit generally is a software, is a SaaS application, and it makes use of the title of the blog post. That is the only input that you need to provide. So when you want to draft a blog post for your WordPress, once you provide it with a title, it goes into the system, writes a complete draft from that single title, and automatically saves it as a draft on your WordPress platform. All right. And there are various rules on the platform. Like I said, it is a collaborative tool. We have owner role, which is the person that creates the account. Then the person that creates the account can bring in two more roles in the platform: the editor and the reviewer. Now, once the content has been drafted and automatically imputed, or rather saved on your WordPress account, an editor is now going to step in to edit the content. And before the editor steps in, obviously, the owner has to assign the content to the editor. Okay, all that will be, I will show you how all that works on the dashboard, but I just want to explain it first before I'll show you how it all works. Now, once the editor has done the edits, the editor can now mark it as edited. And once he marks the post as edited, it goes into review. It's now situated in review. Now, the owner has to now assign that post to a reviewer, and the reviewer can now go ahead, review the post. If there is an issue, the reviewer can send the feedback or send the review back to the editor to fix this and this and that. And if everything is successful, the reviewer can go ahead to mark it as published. Okay. Now, the reviewer and the editor can be created it in such a way, because like I said, this is a tool that we are actually currently using, and some people have already started using it because we started gradually releasing it out gradually all over the world. And the editor and the reviewer gets paid per edit and per review respectively. So what does that mean? It means that let's say you have a team, you can manage how much it is to go to the editor and how much is to go to the reviewer. So for example, you can set per edit of a blog post you earn $10, and per review of a blog post you earn $5. So you also set a threshold, an amount that once the balance of the editor or the reviewer has crossed, they can request to withdraw. And when they withdraw or pay out, they can request, once they request to be paid out, you have to process the payout offsite. That is done however way you prefer, or whichever payout information is provided by the editor or the reviewer that you bring in on board. There is a feature for you to export as well. You can also export the payout request. So maybe let's say you have an accountant, you can send it to them, and once the accountant or whoever is making those payouts has done the payout, you can now mark it as paid, and obviously the editor or the reviewer can now confirm or can now see that that money has been paid on their dashboard. All right, so that's basically in a nutshell what Draft and Edit is about. So as you can see, currently we have over 1,000 users on the platform that are using it. Owners, editors, and reviewers as well. They are all added up as users. I would like if you could go through the homepage. We have two pricing, although there is monthly and yearly, but two major pricing. the $49 per month basic plan and $99 per month pro plan. There is also a free plan, which you don't have to pay any amount of money. In fact, this demo will be done on the free plan to show you that even though you are on the free plan, you can actually make full use of this software. Okay, so if you have a team, you can start with the basic plan. And if you have more than 3 domains and a lot more editors or reviewers, we can start with the pro plan. Okay, now let's quickly go to also before I go there is yearly as well, in case you want to pay yearly, and there is also monthly. So let's quickly go to the dashboard. I would suggest that whoever is interested in using this software starts with the free plan. Confirm if what they require or what they need is they need external editors or reviewers in order to go to either the basic plan or the pro plan. For the purpose of this tutorial or video, I'm going to use the free plan because everybody can have access to the free plan. Now, you can, if you this is the dashboard, but once you create an account, you would be forced to put in your preferences. You have to select the currency for the payouts, and it cannot be changed. So you need to be careful and make sure that you select the right currency that you intend to pay your editors and your reviewers. Okay, so this is where you can put in the amount you want to pay per edit and the amount you want to pay per review. So once the review is done and is marked as published, the editor and the reviewer gets paid immediately, and it reflects on their balance. We also put the payout threshold, the amount that once the editor or the reviewer has crossed, they can actually withdraw, or rather request for payouts, and you can do that offsite. We are not handling automatic payouts on this software for now, so you can do that offsite. You can export the data and do that. Okay, the users would either the users or you as the owner can provide the payout information in case you want it to be exported and to your accountant or whoever to make those payouts. Now, this is the user section. Right now, the free plan can only work with one user, and if you upgrade to the basic or pro plan, you can add multiple users on the platform for editor or reviewer. You can only have one owner account. Now, I've also explained the preferences. There is now the domain. This is where you connect your WordPress platform to our software so that we would be able to save it as draft automatically for you once the post is done, writing. The system is done writing the post. So once you click on this add domain, we have a guide here. You can just click on it to see how you can actually add your blog domain on our system. All right. Now, guidelines, this is majorly for your editors and your reviewers, but primarily it is for the editors. So you can present the guidelines that you want your editors to follow when editing a blog post. So you can add as many guidelines as you want. It is unlimited. So add as many guidelines as you want for your editors to make sure they follow in editing the blog post. Now, for the blog post itself, all we need is the title of the blog post, just as you can see on this placeholder, how to catch fish in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You can add as many titles as your plan could take. For the free plan, you have the ability to put in 30 blog posts per month. For the basic plan and the pro plan is actually written there on the plans. So you can add as many blog posts as your plan could contain, and all you need is just the title, separate it with new lines. Once it is done drafting, you get an email notification. Now, if you don't want to get an email notification, you can always edit preferences by clicking by deactivating this here on drafted post email notification. Just deactivate this by selecting deactive, and you will not be notified once the post is drafted. Now I have already a post that I have sent in that has completed draft, which is, as you can see here, is under drafted post. And if I quickly go to blog post and I select drafted for this domain, I'm using the free plan for this tutorial, because I know everybody can have access to it, but it works the same with all the other plans. It's just the other capabilities the other plans give you. Now, this post is done drafting, and I would want to assign an editor to go ahead and edit this blog post. So if I click on this now, I can click on action button, then click on assign editor, then I'll select the editor. As the owner of this account, I can also select myself as the editor. I can also select myself also as the reviewer. All right. But if you have a basic plan or a pro plan, you can select the particular editor you want to manage either a single blog post or multiple blog posts, depending on you. You can select it from here using this checkbox. Okay, so let me quickly select myself for the purpose of this tutorial as an editor. Then I'll click on submit. So the post now has been assigned to me. And if you go to assigned, this is where you can see the post that has been assigned to an editor. As you can see, my name is reflecting here as the editor. Now, as the editor, I'll click on view. And once I click on view, there is an action button here where I can see edit, WordPress post, mark as edited, and marked as published. Now, I can see this edit because I'm the owner. The editor, if you create an editor account, they won't be able to see this edit. They'll probably see only, not probably, they would actually see only the WordPress post and mark as edited. This edit and mark as published is because I am the owner of the platform, so I can easily do that. So if I go through this page, I can see all the information that has been produced from the system for drafting out this content. And I actually like the way the system produces this content in a very clean way. Okay. Now, if I go to WordPress post, it takes me directly to the WordPress saved post, where as the editor, I can actually go ahead to perform all my edits. Now, let's say I am done with this edit. I'll come here and click on mark as edited. Okay. Now, once I come here, it tells me to confirm that I have adhered to the content guidelines. It's empty now because I don't actually have any guidelines set. But once you set up your guidelines, they would all be listed here. Now, the editor can now click yes and click that he or she is requesting for a review. Now, it now falls in review posts. Now, the owner has to come in. Whenever the owner comes into their dashboard and see in review post, it means there are some posts that needs to be reviewed. All right. Now the owner comes into in review and they can assign the post to a reviewer. The reviewer has to now review the post and confirm, okay, the post is in, the edit of this post is in order, all the guidelines we have followed, and it is all working perfectly. So I can come here, you can see assign reviewer. If I click on it, I'm just going to assign it to myself because this is a free plan. I'm the only owner here. Now, once I click on submit, this post is now assigned to a reviewer to review the content of what, or make sure the edits done is actually done properly. And as the reviewer, I'll come here, let me click on view. As you can see, the status is in review. Then as I've gone through the content as the reviewer, the content is properly edited and I have published it. So it is now currently live. When I click on this action button, if the content is not properly edited, I can click on send a review and type in fix the meta description or add internal links or add external links or whatever. But if everything is in order, I can just simply click on mark as published. This pop-up comes up to pre-warn or warn the reviewer to make sure that everything has been done accurately. And the reviewer says, okay, everything is done accurately and it has been published, then the content is now published. So right now, if I come to published, I can see 2 blog posts that has been published. Okay, I did one before the video, and this is just to give you a tutorial on how it works. So now, because I am the editor and I am the reviewer, I've been credited with $15 additional, $10 for the editing work, $5 for the reviewing work. Now, if you have editors and reviewers, they would all have their balances, and they can also see how much they currently have on their balances. Now, if an editor or a reviewer requests for payouts, it falls under here. You can be able to see all pending payouts, and you can also export, right? And you can also mark it as paid. Now, and if I want to request for a payout, I'll simply click on payout request. Obviously, $30 does not exceed or match the $500 threshold set. So I actually can't currently request for a payout. So in a nutshell, this is basically how the system works. It's very straightforward. It's very easy to manage. It makes the collaboration of editors and reviewers and the owner of the blog post seamless, and that is what we aim to achieve. If you have any question, or if there is something you would like to be clarified on, you can easily contact us, send us a message, and we will get to you right away. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.